Welcome to Gene and Mike do the New York Times crossword.
Hi, I'm Jean.
And I'm Mike. And today we're doing the crossword for Wednesday, June 19th, 2024. So, first of all, welcome back.
Welcome back to you as well.
Did your streak survive the vacation?
It did. It did.
Good.
I thought the first week we were gone was especially easy, which was good because I didn't have a lot of time to do crosswords.
Well, Joe Fagliano, of course, knew that we were on vacation.
Oh, well.
And so he had mercy on us.
Yes, he certainly did.
Yes.
But no, I was able to get all the puzzles done.
Congrats.
Thank you.
And still have time for a vacation.
Right.
Well done.
Mm-hmm.
So we're back and possibly better than ever, hard to say. But what do you think of today's crossword?
I like today's crossword, although it was tricky. I found it tricky.
Where did you find it tricky?
I found some of the clues for the themed clues a little bit of a stretch.
Yes. I found in particular 25 across. I just don't think that's quite right. I mean, they had to stretch it to make it work. But there was something about 25 across that struck me as just, it crossed a line, I thought. So why don't you talk about the theme, and then we can dive into that.
Well, there were a number of theme clues. I'm thinking there were at least 6, or maybe there were 5 or 6. Anyway, you knew they were theme clues because they were comprised of 2 words with a plus sign between them. And the 2 words formed a common phrase, but they had a plus sign between them. Like, for example, the first one was wait plus see. So, you'd say wait and see, but wait plus see. And the answer to that was stopwatch, because wait could be stop, and see could be watch.
Right.
So the answer was stopwatch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but then the next one was give plus take, or give and take. And the answer to that was handhold. Give, hand, take, hold. I don't think take and hold are synonyms, personally, but anyway, I guess if you really stretched it, that one works too. So, but give plus take, handhold.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had 36 across, kiss plus tell, or kiss and tell. And the answer to that was smack talk. Smack being kiss, and talk being tell. So you had smack talk. Smack talk. Then we had 51 across, which was hit plus run, or hit and run. And that was a slap dash. And that one made sense. Hit, slap, run, dash.
Right.
So, and then finally we had the last one, 60 across, cut and paste. And that answer to that was chopstick. Cut, chop, paste, stick.
Yep.
So anyway, that was the theme.
Yeah, all of those phrases sound familiar to me, except maybe 36 across, smack talk. I've heard about talking smack about someone, but I guess I've never heard smack talk.
I have
get
not either, but that doesn't mean that it's not a real phrase.
I guess I get it from my students all the time. I just didn't know it had a name.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, I had a lot of trouble with handhold, because give and take, give, hand, take, hold. Hold, take.
If you take something, that doesn't necessarily mean, I guess in the act of taking something, you must be holding it, or it must be in your possession.
Not necessarily. You can just take it and put it on a table.
Yes, but during the process of transferring over, it is in your hand.
I suppose.
But that whole area, though, was a problem for me. I sort of ran out of steam thanks to a bit of jet lag, which I'm still recovering from.
Yes, me too.
And so I couldn't get much traction in that area. And
that was the hardest area for me as well.
Part of the problem was 15 down, big name in sports betting. We'd seen this before, And I knew it started with fan, or at least I had enough letters there that I recognized it as fan and thought I'm on the right track, but I couldn't remember what the second word was.
I don't remember seeing it before.
It's been in the crossword before, either as a clue or an answer. Because I thought, oh, that's sort of novel. How was I supposed to know that? Anyways, the second word is jewel.
That's right.
And that took a bit to figure out. 31 across, abolitionist Senator Charles. I had no idea.
Me either.
Charles Sumner.
Sumner, yes.
After you figured that out, did you recognize that as some senator?
No.
Charles Sumner?
No. I mean, he must have been a senator during the Civil War era, or maybe before.
Right.
But no, I did not recognize that name.
Okay. Well,
I also had trouble with 21 across, which was just above handhold. Touch of color. I had the T, so I thought, oh, tinge.
yes.
But it was tinct.
Yep.
Tinct. T-I-N-C-T.
I had the same problem. I went for tinge first, and then eventually sort of figured out that might be something else. But the C of tinct ran into 9 down, fixer uppers of a sort, and that was matchmakers.
That took me a while to
Yes,
figure that one
that
out.
was quite good. Now the one next to it was remote possibilities ? And those were buttons.
Right.
I thought that was pretty funny and relatively straightforward.
Yes.
But also right in the middle of that, we had 18 across. Top flight destination was attic.
Yes.
And I was like, top flight destination. And so I was like, I'm trying to think of some, exotic place that you might travel to. And eventually I just cleared out all the letters except for a T and a C. And I'm like, oh, attic. Ha-ha.
Yes. Uh-huh.
And then moved on. Part of the problem was 11 down, good guess for a single letter and a cryptogram. I went for an A.
I went for an E.
Oh, turned out neither of us were correct.
Right.
It was an I.
Mm-hmm. And the one right next to that, alveolus example, was sac.
Yep.
I did not know that.
Oh, they've definitely had that in the crossword before.
Alveolus.
Mm-hmm.
Alveolus.
Or possibly alveolus.
Perhaps.
Let's see. 13 across was never get involved in a land war in blank. Advice in The Princess Bride. Asia.
Right.
I can still hear the actor delivering that line.
Who delivered it?
I don't know his name.
Which character was it?
It was he was some Sicilian guy.
Oh.
He was in sort of a scene where he was trying to poison the other person, and then that person was trying to poison him, and eventually he drank it and died.
Oh, okay. Never get involved in a land war in Asia.
Yes,
Wow.
It was hilarious if you go back to the movie.
Uh-huh.
32 across. We sort of got into the space area of the crossword. Org with the Artemis program was NASA.
That's correct.
They're never going to get it launched. And 33 across, where Captain Kirk was born and raised, Iowa.
That's right.
Glad to see there was one gimme for me in the crossword, and that was it right there.
Oh, okay.
30 down, I thought was curious. It was imitation, and the answer was mock.
That's right.
I always think of mock as making fun of someone.
Right.
Or, I mean, I know that you can have a mock-up. So I guess somehow, but by itself, the word mock.
Well, sometimes, mocking is imitating, but in a derogatory way. It's
Right.
like, somebody says something and then somebody will say it back in a silly voice to make them sound stupid.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I don't see that in that context as often.
Right,
so
yeah, that one was a stretch for sure.
To Kill a Mockingbird writer, 26 down, was Lee.
Harper Lee.
I'm glad I was able to remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Did you know 24 down? Creatures that kill Laocoon in the Aeneid?
The Aeneid? Sea serpents?
Sea serpents.
I did not know that,
No, I didn't either.
but I had a couple of letters, and it was just sort of like, it's the Aeneid, it's probably a sea serpent. So, let's see, like Rudolph's nose, Had to go through the song to discover shiny. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose.
That's right.
Something like that.
Yep.
All right. One last one. 47 across. Symbols of humble beginnings. Acorns.
Yes.
Yeah, I was trying to... I thought maybe like from ashes to ashes or something, but it was definitely acorns. Yep. So... All right. Well, I think that is it for today.
Okay.
And hopefully by the time we do this tomorrow, we'll be even less jet lagged.
I certainly hope so.
We'll find out. So anyways, listeners, thanks for sticking with us as we went off on our extended vacation.
Yes. It was fun.
Indeed. And we will be back again with our cutting edge analysis of tomorrow's crossword tomorrow.
Bye-bye.